All right. So, welcome everyone. Thanks to all the mentors also who are joining, and thanks to the students. So, the Alumni Mentorship Program connects students and alumni. And so today I'll talk about how it works and how it can benefit you, and also some of the plans that we have. So that's the agenda for today. The 2021 highlights and some of the new initiatives. We are also looking to get help from students in this initiative. So we are announcing a student core team. So if you would like to get involved, that would be very much appreciated. So the Alumni Mentorship Program, it's a volunteer program by students, by alumni, sorry. And so our mission is to connect students and alumni. And I think one of the goals is that every student should have a mentor. So that's one of the goals. We help the students grow. We focus on the long-term growth, not only the short-term, like what's next. And so we focus on the long-term, more holistic view of your career and life. And then there's a whole bunch of work that happens behind the scenes to do the matching, the communication, getting the feedback, reaching out. So we'll get a glimpse of that through the talk. And if you think about our time as students or your time currently as students, there are a lot of questions about what happens next. Like there's so many options, MBA, higher studies, masters, this subject versus that subject. There are struggles. There might be setbacks. You might not get the job, your dream job that you got, that you wanted. So there is a lot of, I guess, questions and things about the future. And we as mentors, I think we fill an important role in the student's life. So we are very different from your peers or your student, your teachers or parents. So we fill an important role which is not filled by any of these other people in your life. And the other thing is we have been through the same journey. So we somewhat know what you might be going through. Yeah, so I think
Alumni meetup.
Okay. Can everyone read, please, if you're not speaking?
Tips student, how can I be successful? Career options. How do I prepare for my dream career? Dealing with failures. Make the most out of time at key. Dealing with peer pressure. Develop skills.
Okay, so you can mute.
Yeah. All right. And then, okay. So yeah, so I think what we do as mentors is help you make these decisions and teach you to make these decisions. So there's less chaos.
क्या कॉमेडी पोस्टपोन हो गया
अरे यार देखने तो यार था
Hello. Could you mute, please, if you're not asking the question? All right. So we started in 2020. So we have been there for about a little less than 2 years. And we in 2021, we had 2 sessions. So these sessions run concurrently with the semesters. And almost 270 students participated. And there were 150 mentors who participated. One important thing was in last year, 2021, was that we launched the mentoring platform. So this is like a mini LinkedIn that where students can create profiles, and mentors also create profiles. Then students can search for mentors. We also organized multiple seminars. Some of these were quite well attended. For example, preparing for placement interviews on campus. That was a very timely topic. So a lot of people attended this. There were other talks about higher education, how to approach that, and how to apply for grants and so on. And then there were 4 sessions on data and analytics. They different folks who are working in the field in these fields in how they are applying data and analytics to their respective careers, like in pharma, and in different fields in fintech. So we get a lot of positive feedback. So it is helping students. So this gives us a lot of encouragement and positive feedback to continue this. So I won't read through all of these, but I would say that some of the mentors who are mentioned here are on this call, so you'll hear from them later. So this is what keeps us going, are the positive feedback and the difference that we're making to students' lives. Now a little bit about our mentor pool. We are very lucky to have a very accomplished pool of mentors who are doing, who are in leadership positions in whatever they are doing. So you can see some of the areas they are in. So of course, there's engineering, product design, product management, research, academia, entrepreneurship. So lots of different and diverse backgrounds that you can tap into. I think one of the things students should learn is the power of networking, which is connecting with mentors and other people, and you never know how. I think it's worth putting in the time to make those connections, so that later when you need them or you can reach out to your network. This shows that we are a cross-batch effort, so it's not restricted to any one batch. There are some very senior folks going back to 1960s batches. 1989 is my batch, and then a whole bunch of mentors from recent batches going back about last 10 or 12 years. And one thing I would also like to mention is for students, is that sometimes you might feel intimidated reaching out to mentors who are very senior. But I would encourage you to get over that hesitation, and the benefit that you'd get from that relationship is much more than the hesitation that you had. So just a personal story, I reached out to one of the mentors who graduated in 1966. And I was also a little hesitant, but then he lives here in California. He invited me to his lab. He built satellites, and I was just blown away. It was the first time I saw a real satellite in a lab. So there's I think a whole bunch of benefit you can gain. This is just sort of a sample of this mentors, just to give you an idea of what the mentors do. So there's engineers, entrepreneurs, people in civil service, research, and people who are in engineering, own their own businesses. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So we have more than 150 alumni who are part of this program. Okay, so now I will switch a little bit of gears and talk about how to connect to a mentor. So what you do is you come in as a student, you log in to our website, IITRamp.org. You visit that website. There's a login button. From there, you create a profile. So that's the very first step that you do. Then once you create a profile, you will see an area for search. So you can search for a mentor. You can do a free text search or a more structured search. And you can reach out to 3 mentors. So at one time. So what happens is the green is the student here. They can reach out to 3 mentors. The mentors see your requests. They can accept or decline the mentorship session. Once they accept, then it becomes a session where then you go into the meetings and discussions. The mentor view is they also create a profile, and when the students send them requests, they get notified by email as well as on the platform. They can review the requests. Mentors can even interview the students. We are encouraging some of the mentors to do this to make sure that the students are really invested and are willing to put in the time to get the most from this program. And then they can, like I said, they can accept or decline, and then that will set up a mentorship session. Now, once a mentor accepts, then the other requests that you had to other mentors, they will be retired. So in one round, you can connect to one mentor. Okay. And then what happens after that? The request is accepted. So from the student view, you're connected to a mentor and you have one or more meetings with the mentor. And excuse me, just 1 second.
ये भी गलत है यार, दर्द इधर उठाया ये स्क्रीन स्टोरी तो
Okay. Just give me 1 second to
Kiran, Gaurav here.
Yeah,
If you need any
I
help,
think I
I'm
have-
here. Yeah, feel free to make me the moderator or
on the
on the Zoom.
okay. Let me see. Can I make you a co-moderator?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, I'll make you the host. Oh no. Okay. I think you have to make me host back again.
Yeah, so you're the host now.
Yeah, I don't see a way to put you make you co-moderator.
Okay. No worries. You can just mute any open mics that you're seeing. I just see 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to mute everyone. So you can unmute if you have to speak. All right. Now let's see. Is the recording going on? Yeah. Okay. So we're still recording. We're back in business. All right. Yeah. So after the request is accepted, the mentor sets up the first meeting. The meetings happen on either Zoom or Meet or whatever, WhatsApp. So that's up to the mentor and mentee. And then you can continue meeting until the students' goals are met. So this could be over several years. That's perfectly fine. Some mentors are interested in longer term help and mentoring. It could be a few sessions if the student has a very specific question. And either side can end the mentoring session. That's allowed. The other thing is that students can reach out to mentors anytime during the semester. So it doesn't have to be at the beginning of the semester. So Although we align all the orientation and a lot of activities with the session, with the semester timelines, but students can reach out to mentors anytime. These are some of the topics for the mentor and mentee meetings, but it's up to you to tailor the conversation depending on whatever will help you. So, I think in the first meeting is important for the student to think about what they want to do, what they want to get out of the mentoring session, and what they want to cover. Based on that, you can tailor the rest of the meetings. Okay. So next step for students is to log in to our platform. You'll create a profile, search for mentors. And when you search for mentors, we suggest that you write a few sentences about why you want to connect, because that will help the mentors make a decision on whether to select you as a mentee. It does make even if it's a small personal note, it does make a big difference. So highly encourage you to write that note. So the timeline is we are doing the orientation now. I would encourage you to sign up right after this session. We'll do some more publicity and have the first mentoring sessions hopefully in a week or so. And the end of this depends on the mentee and mentor. So that is completely up to the two of you. Okay, so that's how the logistics of how the mentoring works. We would also like to announce that we are forming a student core team. Now, a lot of these activities like this orientation, reaching out to students, getting feedback from them, organizing the workshops. So they involve, it'll be great if some students are involved in that, so that we get feedback from students on what's important for them. We also get the word out. I think it's a fantastic program. So the more students we have participate, the better. We also need to develop our mentoring platform. Once you start using it, you can see that we can add many more features. So we need help in all these areas. And the benefits for the students are you'll work closely with alumni, with people who have real world experience organizing these kinds of programs, writing like industrial level software, which I don't think you will get on campus. So that's a big pull for joining this. Certificates will provide certificates for your placements. So these will make your resume stand out. There is, before you join, just think about the commitment. Make sure that you are ready to commit, because there are hundreds of users of these systems. And so we want to make sure you are ready to make that commitment. If you are interested, please apply. So here's a link to the form. I'll share the this presentation and the forms later. So if you could drop us an email, I'll do that. And it will also be posted on our website and Facebook page. So our Facebook is IITR AMP. So if you search for IITR AMP, you can find the Facebook page. So yeah, that might be easier to find actually. The application process will be, so we have this online application, and then we will also do an interview of the shortlisted candidates. Okay, so now next few slides are about some roles and responsibilities and code of conduct. So for the mentees, it is a very beneficial program, but you have to drive it. So the more you contact the mentor, the more you ask questions, the less shy you are, the more you'll get out of this program. So So you have to put in some effort into this. So you plan ahead and pick topics to discuss. So get to know your mentor, don't be shy, and do respect their time and confidentiality. So they are putting in a lot of time from their busy lives. For the mentors, we do the same orientation to mentors also, but we tell them that it's a supportive and safe environment. We respect your confidentiality. So whatever you tell us stays with us. So you're free to share. So we provide a safe and supportive environment. And a few requests for all participants. I don't anticipate any problems. It's all a volunteer program, but we do have a code of conduct where we say just act in good faith and respect the confidentiality. Okay, so any questions so far from students, mentors? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll spend some time talking about the new initiatives. So this is where you'll get to hear from the other mentors, and mentors feel free to also talk about your mentoring experiences. So so we have a few initiatives. So we will do the one-on-one mentoring. That's our main activity. So some of the new initiatives that we are planning are guided internships and in-depth interviews and some special interest groups. So these are topics that mentors deeply care about. And so we want to get students also excited about these topics. So with this, I will hand it over to Anand or Vivanshu, who's talking about this.
Yes, sir. I'll talk about guided internship first, then Anand can join me. So, hi everyone, I'm Divyanshu Singh. I graduated with BTech in Computer Science in 2010. And yeah, so we are thinking about the new initiative of guided internship. So the usual trend that we have noticed is that at the end of first and second year, most of the students go for vacation, and even though they want to spend time on learning new technologies, new things, but they end up going for vacation because of lack of opportunities. So we are thinking of creating opportunities for first year and second year students during summer break in which they can do internship under guidance of alumni. So these internships can be either paid or unpaid ones, depending upon the opportunity available. And so basically, though we are trying right now in this semester to make this summer thing, but later on we'll try to make it an ongoing program where around the year you can apply for projects and do the projects under guidance of mentors. So that will be a basically year-round activity, but in this semester, current semester, we are doing this as pilot program only for summer break. So the way it will work is we'll have application round, separate application for internships. And then we'll have different opportunities available with us, and we'll be matching all the applicants, shortlisted applicants with the opportunities that are available. And then they will be doing the internship with the matched guides. The benefits that you'll get out of it will be basically you will have a project to write about on your resume, and then you'll also make personal connection with the mentor, and definitely there will be learning in terms of technology. And the benefits in terms of time saving that this program will bring is basically you will actually will have commitment only during the summer break, so it won't impact your regular classes. So you will be working only during the summer break. So basically, it will be utilizing your vacation time rather than disrupting your normal classes time. And another benefit will be the project discovery that project opportunity discovery that students spend a lot of time on, and what project to choose. That will be simplified because of this program. So there are numerous benefits to this program. So I'll highly encourage you to apply for the internships, and we'll be matching you with available opportunities on basis of shortlisting that we'll do. So there's the overall program. If you have any query, you may ask me, or we can take the queries at the end.
Thanks, Divyanshu. Go ahead.
You may proceed with the interview part.
Yeah, thanks, Divyanshu, for all your contributions to this program. Divyanshu actually wrote most of the or large parts of the platform. So front end is done by him. So if you want to work with him to write some real code, I'm sure Divyanshu will be happy to take some mentees.
Okay.
Divyanshu, I think there's a question for you.
Yeah, so we'll be having a different orientation session for internship or somewhere after 1 month from now. And in that, we'll share one application form that will be for internships specifically.
All right. So Anand, are you talking next?
Yeah. So, hey everyone, good morning and good evening, based on the time zone in which you are working currently. Yeah, sure. So, thank you, Kiran sir, and thank you, Divyanshu sir, for putting the light on the AMP program particularly. And I think Kiran sir already talked about the different career options which are available in front of us, and the kind of mentors pool that is working on wide variety of problems these days. So yeah, in our first or second year, while I was working or I was studying during my BTech, so there was a common question in my mind: what do I want to do after my BTech? Whether I want to go for the government job, whether I want to go for the corporate sector, or the higher studies. Even if the higher studies, whether I want to go for the MS, MBA, PhD, or the new stream that is arising these days, the MIM program. And most importantly, considering the current scenario which is taking place these days in different markets, so entrepreneurship is again one of the key areas in which people are working religiously. So yeah, coming on to the main option, that is the career option that we are going to provide here, in the sense like we are not sure about the skill set which are required and what is the best cup of tea for us, whether we are the best fit for the government sector, whether you want to achieve something in the corporate sector, and even if you want to go into the corporate sector, then whether you want to pursue a career in the marketing, HR, operations, designer, whatever, etc., etc. So in this new initiative, we are planning to have a one-on-one sessions with our key alumni or notable alumni who are working in their respective fields. So they will help us answering some of the questions like what are the key skill set which are required for making the career in a particular domain, and how can we plan our career, how should we build our profile. So in this session we are going to have a one-on-one session with different alumni who will be talking about their experiences and all. So definitely we will involve you, the core team members as well, in the interview series and all, and we believe that this session is going to be a fun for all of us, and will definitely give a lot of us in terms of our profile building and will guide us to make a better future for all of us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anand.
Kiran sir.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just add a few more things to this.
Sure.
So basically, in a nutshell, it will be video interviews of alumni to basically learn about their industry, their company, their role, and their expectations from freshers like you who will be joining them in future. So this will be enabling students to learn about the opportunities and the way to prepare for them. And these will be in form of video on YouTube channel. So you can see them asynchronously at any time. So that's the overall plan. And for interviewing the alumni, we are planning to panel not only alumni themselves to be on the interviewer front, but also the core team members who will be joining us in this application process. So I highly encourage you to basically sign up for to apply for the core team member positions, and also to basically review these videos later on once they are posted. Sure, you can say it in person.
Okay. Thanks, Divyanshu and Anand. So next we'll talk about climate tech, and Abhay will talk about this.
Yeah, thank you, Kiran sir. Hi, my name is Abhay Ambati. I did my bachelor's in architecture of the batch of 2005. So currently I work as Chief of Building Technology Services at Logical Buildings. So we are a smart building and virtual power plant operator and service provider for over 6,000 buildings in US, which amounts to about 3,000 megawatts of dispatchable load under management. So in the past couple of weeks, I consulted Kiran sir, who proposed the formation of this special interest group under his guidance. Still unsure of the name, but it's meant to be a concerted effort to educate and combat climate change, employing interdisciplinary technologies. So we are in very interesting times, as you may have heard and through multiple sources on news or during COP26, through IPCC reports or other forums. We have a very finite runway to get that 1.5 degrees Celsius, you may have heard of that, that temperature rise in check. So under current rate of carbon emissions globally, we have till 2050 to decarbonize. Decarbonize the power sector, the transportation sector, urban systems and infrastructure, which is the bulk of emissions, about 70%, industrial processes, manufacturing as well. So as you see, the approach must be very, very interdisciplinary. Therefore, in this presentation, I would also like to address all aspiring or existing mentors involved in these sectors, working on cutting edge clean tech to join, educate, speak a few words, get the interest and enthusiasm of our mentees to peak. This is a paradigm shift in our thought process. We will need urgently all technologies, all disciplines to address climate change. And to our students, we strongly think you should understand this phenomena from an interview perspective or for your career, general knowledge, know its consequences, and join the fast-growing clean tech sector. It is a very timely, well-funded sector where you will be working on state-of-the-art in your respective fields, whether it's power sector, decarbonization, green hydrogen, renewables, electric vehicles, charging infrastructure, whatnot, and steward climate change mitigation. So therefore, again, to both students and mentors, please reach out to me or Kiran sir to get involved. My contact is there, and if you hit the link in the document, it will show the general pitch, and also the contact information should be there. And you can always find me on the Alumni portal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
you. Thanks, Abhay, for leading this very kindly and yeah, very important initiative. I think our goal is to have educate students and get them interested in this. Yeah. Cool. So let's talk about product management next.
Hey everybody, my name is Gaurav Nimade and I'm joining from California, not too far away from where Kiran is right now. So I graduated from IIT Roorkee in 2011. I did my computer science and engineering, and for first year I stayed in like the RJB, the standard, but then second, third, and fourth year I stayed in Govind. So yeah, go Govind. I have been a PM. I was a PM at Google for a couple of years in their artificial intelligence group, and I've over the years just become more and more enthusiastic and passionate about the need for the area of product management. I think PMs have a critical role to play in terms of all the tech products and technologies that are coming in the world. So on that front, Hitesh, who is also a fellow PM at Google, and Kiran, we basically started talking and evaluated if there is a need to have like a PM specific forum in the alumni program. So that's what we are planning to start here. The goals are pretty simple. The first is we want to give people, we want to give students a good understanding of the growing product management field. I think it's becoming hotter and hotter by the day, not just from career opportunity perspective, but also the industry is moving so much in the direction of tech, with like Web3 coming in, artificial intelligence coming in, and a lot of the future is actually going to be built on tech, like clean tech, for example, that Abhay was talking about. That will also require a lot of hardcore tech PMs. So we want to give a better understanding of the PM area. And the second is we want to also discuss different aspects and help you guys become PMs if you're thinking about entering that area. Or even if not, I'm sure you'll interact with products at some level. So what takes to build a good product that users love? So the plan that we are thinking about is we want to start with having one or two, maybe very early, very high level introduction to what product management is for in the PM 101 course. So not a course, like a session. We are planning to do that in the next couple of weeks. So that will be the start. And eventually, I think my like what we discussed, an ideal outcome would be to start something called a product club at IIT Roorkee. This could be like a part of the Alumni Mentorship Program. So it could be a subgroup or a parallel students group. We can decide on how to take it forward. But effectively, the charter for this would be, we will like the product club, which would be led by the students with the help of alumni. We will host some product talks, like from people. I could talk about my AI product management experience. Hitesh can come in and talk about Google Payments product management experience. And we can have, like, there are lots of alumni working in PM, so they can come and share their experience. Coffee chats, these will be one-on-one chats for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what you need at whatever point of time. So this could be for like mock interviews, understanding what associate PM programs are, like a number of questions that you may have related to the field. And the last thing is, I feel that people become best PMs when they are working on some projects. So we could evaluate how, like, if there are ways to do, let's say, side projects with the help of alumni. And a lot of this could loop into what Divyanshu was saying earlier. Also, internship and job opportunities, a lot of these happen through network in the PM field. So if you're connected with the right folks and right PMs, they can bring in those opportunities at IIT Roorkee. So if you're interested, please sign up at bit.ly/PM-student-sign-up. It's a short form. Feel free to put in as much information as you can. And as we are thinking about building this forum, we'll reach out to you and ask for your help as needed. Before passing on the podium to someone else, I just wanted to call out two things about the mentorship program. So I've been involved in it since I think almost the beginning at this point of time. And if there is one thing that I would recommend you to take away from this program, that is, please, 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 please sign up for this program. Like, I would have personally died to have a program like this when I was a student at IIT Roorkee. Like, this gives you such an important opportunity to talk to people who have several years worth of experience more than you. And it gives you a free pass. That is more important. Like, if I approach somebody randomly in the Valley or in India, it's hard that they would connect to me on, like, as easily as IIT Roorkee alumni and students kind of connect. So you can talk about anything from, like, career opportunities to internships to, you know, what is the latest trend going on in Chapos at the college, or like anything related to relationship, finances. I've had n number of conversations with my mentees over the years. So please sign up for this program. If there is only one thing you take away from this, just give it a shot, sign up for it, don't think twice. And the second thing that I wanted to call out is, a lot of times as student, you might think that, hey, am I wasting my mentor's time, or is my question worth it or not? So from a mentor's point of view, I want to just share that this is actually a two-way street. like you feel that you are taking up my time or your mentor's time, but that is not the case. Like as mentors, we get two things out of this program. The first one is we get to know what's happening in our alma mater. Like I am always curious to know like which new building has come up, or who is the dean, or like when did we win inter IIT last. So that is one. And the second thing is that it gives us a lot of happiness to be able to help others and be part of their journeys. So don't hesitate at all, and I would highly recommend to sign up for this program. So that's all from my side. Kiran, back to you.
Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks for that pitch. And thanks for all your contributions. I think your mentees have spoken very highly about you. I'll add one more thing, that as mentors, we also are learning. So I do, every time I talk to students, I learn something new. So like Gaurav said, it's a two-way street. So, and it's we get a lot of joy and benefit out of it as well. Next topic was hardware design. I don't know if Kinshuk is on the call.
Hello, sir. Yeah, I'm on the call.
Oh, great. Thanks, Kinshuk, for making it.
All right, I'll just take a few minutes. Just a little bit of introduction about me. I graduated from IIT Roorkee in 2013 with a degree in electrical engineering. And then I moved to US for pursuing computer engineering. And then for the past 5.5 years, I've been working with Apple, where I'm a part of the team that builds GPUs for all Apple devices. So yeah, I think I also, before I talk about anything, I want to start with why do I think this program is good for me and for mentees, right? And why is it good for mentees has already been covered by a lot of people already. But one of my biggest learnings as being a mentor has been, I've developed a lot of empathy, and I've gotten better at understanding the situations of other people, right? So, for example, when I was a student, I faced a lot of things, but as Gaurav mentioned, I never had a mentor who would talk to me, collaborate with me closely, and understand my situation. And as a mentor, I'm always looking to do that with students. And in the past semester, I connected with a couple of students. Both of them were in the tech field, and one of them was specifically looking to build a career in hardware design. So that's when I identified a big gap in what students know about hardware engineering and what actually exists out there. So there are lots of opportunities in hardware design, especially now with so many AI and ML applications coming up. Lots and lots of companies have started doing hardware design and see a lot of value in spending a lot of money in R&D in hardware engineering. So this group basically started with a bunch of fourth year students contacting me who have taken up jobs in hardware design companies such as TI, Intel, NVIDIA, Google. And what they basically want to know is they want to understand what a long-term career in hardware engineering looks like. So what we'll be starting with is a seminar where 3 or 4 of us would be answering questions from those fourth year students, and we'll also involve people from first, second, and third year so that they get to see a picture of what that career looks like. And then in future, I envision this as a series of talks, a series of tech huddles where we'll talk about several topics within hardware engineering so that students can learn from those, talk to their professors, take up projects in IIT Roorkee and come up with their own stuff, which will help them get internships in their second and third year and eventually take up jobs or eventually pursue masters in US with the help of the work that they've done in IIT Roorkee. So that's the long-term vision, but very soon, I think in February, we are planning a talk where we just talk about hardware engineering careers. We'll involve people who are working in India and in US as well. Some of them are managers, some of them are early in their careers, and some of them are like me who spent about 5 to 10 years in hardware design. So yeah, looking forward to connect with all of you.
Thanks, Kinshuk. And I think from my perspective, one of the interesting things is that this design group came about because we had done some earlier talks on higher education, on preparing for interviews. And as part of that, the students who attended those talks, some of them connected with Kinship, and then this led to this this design group. So I think that's a very cool, like a secondary effect that happened. And it's very focused. It's a small group, but I'm sure it's very in depth and will I think educate students with information that's not readily available otherwise from professors or from academic, just by reading books. Cool. So I have one more thing that we also have a Quora forum that we started. So it's iitrm.quora.com. So students can ask questions there, and alumni will respond. So let's use this resource. Cool. So let's just to wrap up. So we have this program. Make full use of it. I think it's a fantastic resource. And reiterate the call for the core team. So look for the links to apply for that on our Facebook page and also on our website. And yeah, so just to in summary, this is just a set of people who are really interested in helping students make better decisions, make you more successful, have a longer term view. So do join. And I'll stop here and see if there are any questions from students, mentors, any other comments.
So, Kiran, as a student, where should the mentee start from? Should they directly sign up at iitramp.org? Should they sign up for the Facebook group?
Yeah, so the place to start is from the website, which is iitramp.org. So let me put that here. You can visit this. Other questions?
I think there's a question on when can I send requests to the respected mentors?
Yeah, you can send it right away. So if you see someone who you think you can connect to, and you should send it right away, because some of the mentors also, it's almost like a first come first serve. So I would encourage you to send it soon. Other questions?
I believe there's a question on chat about the internships.
Let me take a look.
How to apply for these internships?
Yeah.
Actually, that question was answered previously, but I'll reiterate. So we'll be doing another session for orientation for internships in roughly a month's time. And then you will be able to, then we'll be sharing a link wherein you can apply for the internship program. And after that, we'll be shortlisting the candidates and finally matching them with mentors who will be guiding you through the internship.
Okay, so they should look for announcement on our website and our Facebook page.
There's another question on how long do the mentors take to respond to requests?
So typically we'll wait around, about a week or 2 weeks. So we will let the request settle. So I would say early Feb, in about 2 weeks is what I would expect mentors to respond. How to join the special interest groups? Okay, so that depends on the interest group. For the PM group, there's a sign up link. For the climate related topics. We'll also set up a sign up link. And so it depends on, for the hardware, if you're interested in that topic, you can email or contact Kinchuk. Internships is Divyanshu. Is it necessary to contact a mentor from the same batch? Not necessary. So you can connect with anyone you feel can help you. So it doesn't have to be the same branch.
There's another question, Kiran. Can I get a recording and presentation, please?
Surely. So we'll post it on our Facebook page. So it's Facebook. Yeah, search for IITR group. Can recent graduates who are in dilemma have guidance, or is this for? This is mostly, it's directed towards students because that's what mentors want to give back to. But it is also, there's also mentor to mentor networking. So if some mentor is interested in helping, definitely. Okay. Sign up link for hardware design. Kinchuk, do we have a sign up link, or?
Unfortunately, we don't. Yeah, I'll set up something when we do the talk. I'll set up a link where people can connect with me and other mentors. Initially through a one-on-one mentoring, and then for future sessions that we do as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but right now I can drop my email address on the chat, and students can directly reach out to me.
Yeah.
You
can always, so even on the platform, you can search for Kinchuk and reach out to him.
Are there any mentors interested to take students in research projects, particularly in humanities, economics?
Research.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
So basically, it totally depends on individual. So if you find someone suitable, suitable to your interests, matching your interests, you can connect with that mentor on the platform and take it forward. It's totally on individual. And doesn't apply to everyone, but totally depends on the individual.
Right. So try to find someone, in that case, try to find someone who's in your research area. How will I come to know if my mentor has accepted the request? So you will get notified by email. You can obviously log into the platform, but you'll also get an email.
So I just wanted to add on this part. I think sometimes the email addresses that people have given have been, I think, the institute email addresses, and I don't know if students check that often. I've had cases where the mentors have asked me for like mentorship requests, and then when I reached back to them, I didn't hear back from them. So just be careful on what contact information you use to sign up on the program, and when the mentors reach out, please be proactive in terms of like setting up a call.
That's right. So I think you should also share your phone numbers so that you can connect through WhatsApp. Divyanshu, do we have a restriction of IITR email addresses? Do you remember?
Not a restriction as such, but I think Gaurav was talking about the scenario in which people often don't check their IITR email, and rather they prefer to check their personal emails. Yeah. So in that scenario, whichever email is your most looked after and the one that you check more often, just provide that. Don't bother about providing IITR email.
Cool. I think there's a question.
Yeah, there are a couple more interesting ones. There's one which is asking whether only students can sign up to be mentees or recent graduates can as well. So I'm not sure how the mechanics of that works.
Yeah, I think that would be more of an exception. So let's talk offline about that, because this program is mostly geared towards students.
And there's one more which asks about what if a student hasn't figured out their interest yet, and whom can they connect with?
Any of the mentors want to take that?
Yeah, I wanted to share on this. So this is an excellent question, and like 99% of the times, even when people say they know what they want to do, like they have some kind of dilemmas and doubts in their mind. So don't think that like you are alone in terms of, hey, I don't have everything figured out. Clarity comes from talking to different people and learning from experiences. So have maybe broad 3 or 4 areas in your mind, like these are the potential areas that I could potentially go in the future, and just talk to people. As you talk to people, you will create your own mental models and you will learn about new things that will expand your horizons. So don't feel shy or afraid if you don't have things that you are very clear about. I think clarity will come when you have these conversations with mentors and your colleagues.
Yeah, I just want to briefly add, as Gaurav said, if you can figure out 2 or 3 key focus areas that you're interested in, a great thing would be to reach out to those mentors, either through this or just for a coffee chat. Good example of that is I reached out to Gaurav last year trying to understand what he does at Google, and he was nice enough to give me some time, try to explain his line of work and what a career in PM looks like, and it was really beneficial for me. So the biggest takeaway is never be shy to contact people. The worst thing that can happen is they're busy with their own work and they might not give you the time that you want, but it cannot get worse than that. And in most cases, people are nice enough to help. So just try and do that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, good tip. So there's a question about second year MTech students. Will I have the same priority? That's absolutely. So we take students, undergrads, graduates. In fact, my first mentee was a PhD student, so everyone can apply. Can we download this chat? Okay, that's a good point. Let me see if there's a simple way to do this. Save chat. All right, yeah, so I'll do that one more time before the end.
There is a question in there. All the alumni are from IIT Roorkee, right?
That's true. So we actually, before they sign up, we make sure they are from Roorkee. Actually, there's just talking broadly, there's a mentor who studied at Roorkee and BHU, and now he wants to replicate this model for BHU as well. So there are, I think, even beyond this, people are seeing the value. But yeah, for this, everyone is from Roorkee.
There's another question about whether we have mentors who have a degree in economics. I don't know if you can we filter it? I believe we can in the platform we can filter through different areas. Yeah, so that'll be a good thing to do then, to go to the platform and
right. I do remember there are a few mentors who are in the humanities field. So I'm not sure if there are any economics. But yeah, you can on the platform. You can look. All right, folks. Thanks all for joining. Very interesting conversation. I think having all the mentors join really made it a rich conversation. And from the students, look forward to hearing from you and interacting with you. It's always a joy for us to talk to students. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Cool. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.